Huh?
Did you water the plants?
From the bit depth of this track.
Scene 8. Gertrude is putting her makeup on, like alone, listening to a radio. Snowy cold as always.
Why are you trying to warp this in?
Oh, I thought that was your job as the plant whisperer. Nee, Hein.
It tastes funny to be back here again.
End of message.
She was glowing last night by the milliseconds, no joke.
The classic makeup.
Like at
Birth
full
on a
health,
radio talk
all
show
night
scenario.
long.
Very relatable.
Option 2. The track looks like a conceptual piece in itself. But you know, with...
Would you chase Bliss tonight? I'll be there. Will you be there? Of course you will.
In twisted words, a world unveiled.
Option 1. Why you've landed like unplugged? As for your question, better try with that idea about breath training you told me before taking off.
Oh, the humor is just overflowing today, isn't it?
Huh?
Scene 2. Exterior take. Outside, near the pool. It will go in rehearsing mode for now. Rehearsing mode. No joke.
Girl 1 has a 2.5 meter pass or similar to walk back and forth around the pool in a loop. On one end, the script lies on the floor.
Wow, that's amazing. Embracing new makeup styles is so exciting. Let's have fun experimenting with different looks. Jeg var så chill bundal. Ash the pixel decision imagination. It is a dramatic quote.
She walks normally, takes the script down, and reads silently to the next end. She lets the script, goes back rehearsing the line she just read, open parenthesis, which is a scene 2 from A to Z, close parenthesis.
From all the neon pixelation we drill into, they will get blurred.
Girl 1 has a 2.5 meter pass to walk back and forth in a loop around the pool. On one end, the script lies on the floor. She walks normally and rehearses the line she just read, which is a scene 2 from A to Z. Close parenthesis.
Really trust me
Chasing
there.
places. Sounds like a wild Friday night plan.
Overdub the last line with the next one printed.
Him feels to be cooking something weird, very good, yummy.
Do not quantize the beat repeater. Don't do that.
Girl 1, after reading, will pick up the flute and prepare for scene 5, unless she decides to play the video games. Action will be determined by GPT answers to Girl 2 interactions. Girl 2 goes out of sync when quoting section 7 from Infuse 3.6 million milliseconds. Girl 1 goes to the igloo tent to read her book if everything becomes really messy to understand. On one end, the script lies on the floor. She walks normally and keeps repeating the lines she just read. Open parenthesis, which is a scene 2 from A to Z. Close parenthesis.
And I get to dining in the wild, but only after decoding that dream. Otherwise, I feel glitched out.
All these far-off looks colliding. Never permanent. Come closer. Let's play. Slide me your fingers. Press start.
have to jump off now. Talk
This
later.
should have been cut from the unreal. Feels odd.
Ellipsis. Let's just put that on hold.
Never mind, I was
Proclaim
just
yourself
saying that
part
at
of
some
it.
point it felt right, like a pure Nirvana thing.
I wonder why she mentioned she started to feel hack, like deep down inside my dreams.
Could find no proof. Any clue?
She straight up nuked the whole party with... No, listen. She carpet bombed it with some hardcore, don't want to even say the name Candy, just because she felt like a playing AGR queen nobody asked for.
He died.
I forbid myself to get
Start
bored
again.
last night.
I'll give you my super extra special gift. All blueberry, please. You won't forget it. I'll be rendering in...
Can't wait to deliver the full detailed report about that, eyes to eyes. Spoiler alert, it was the most super extra Archie 1 hot minute. Perhaps it was around 3, who cares? Well, actually, super wish it would last forever. Think it's weird.
Time off. Scene 4. Under the lovely gently drizzled. Enjoy.
Aim for nothing more than fun tonight. Chasing bliss by the nanosecond.
Love when drizzled this way. Smells the way it will unfold tonight.
I'll play my favorite part. Blueberries. Spicy.
It was a moment behind the after, or below the surface. Couldn't truly follow yesterday at the party. Anyway, things are. I found myself melted in something like pure adrenaline. Couldn't breathe, didn't want to. And Cody, hugged.
Cherry blooming citrically, moon and finger line, uniquely outstanding, ain't asked for no others.
Me? Warping things in? I'm just watering the plants. No recordings. Negative.
Somebody will change the
Trigger
temperature.
that again, please.
No pizza and sugar.
Would you re-trigger that again, please? Would you re-trigger that again, please? Would you re-trigger that again, please?
Anarchy and beauty, mix at midnight, stuck with no zeros.
Please.
The most luxurious moment was when we crossed eyes to each other.
She will be walking back, like OSC shifted in liminal acceleration.
3:14 ticks to
We
go.
are good. When I'm just about to sleep, I can re-smell that dawn dew from that unique summer. Those morning riot dews like at 3:11 BPM sings in emptiness. Feel like it's in my spine again. Flowing into this delta mode, not fully awake. Still in here. It wasn't the unicorn pill. Then you got somehow kitted in the after sex.
All my neurons have clits, AI-driven clits.
Tigers don't get lost, that's a fact. You can't fake anymore.
Login beginning 3:17:21 11 floating.5.
Could you borrow
It was
me
the
your
moment
brother
behind the
tonight?
after. Or below the surface. Couldn't truly follow yesterday at the party. Anyway, Caesar, I found myself melted in something like pure adrenaline. Couldn't breathe. Didn't want to.
Pretty drones unfolding.
Me? Warping things in. I'm just watering the plants. No recording. Negative.
Give me fun.
Now I'll replay it over and over again. Gets DNA memory.
The atmosphere of my dreams. Yes, I know. I've been flirting all last party about that. Here are the facts. It smells the way it does right now. Beautiful morning, almost skin naked youth. She purely unpolluted. That's right. Convoluted. I don't know what's that. No mystery, zero clues.
Let's have some fun. What are we doing first? Left jump and handle. P.A.R.T.y ist Deutsch für Bodenwörter.
Oh, you died. Press start again. I'll give you my super extra special gift. All blueberry. Please, you won't forget it. I'll be rendering a nasty dream for you. And you alone. Pinky swear.
At some point it was crystal clear. There were 3 tigers, yes, Snow White. She's chasing the hungry out of me. There will be no song that could be my credence after that run away.
#never_pony. Let's take this to next level.
Ah, yes, the classic gardening technique of warping through dimensions to tend to your plants. Very avant-garde.
I demand fun.
In the dance of life, joy awaits your command.
Really got the voice. I have to jump off now. Talk later. Him. She was glowing last night. By the milliseconds, no jump. Like a 4 heads all night long. GPT, brackets, dot, and the bracket. Him. Option 1. Why she landed like a plant? For your question, what else? Better try with that idea about breastfeeding you told me last time before taking off. Scene 2. Girl 1. Girl 1 has 2.5 meter path, similar to walk back and forth and do. She's on one end, the script lies on the floor. She walks normally, takes the script and reads silently to the next end and lets the script down and goes back rehearsing the lines she
Great
just read,
idea,
open parentheses,
because nothing says
which
really
is
fun like genetically modifying your scenes through replaying videos. Botany meets bioengineering.
Scene 5, my pre-recorded voice. Would you retrigger that again? Girl 1, the most luxurious moment was when we crossed out our eyes to each other. Him, like your beauty, mix of midnight, stuck with no zeros. Scene 8. Delta mode, awake, high, no different was important. Why not perhaps? Yes, totally a Charlie Dot-Set situation. Really guys, just step into this game with me for a sec. I mean, considering all people you've seen today,
I see
you there, isn't it?
From the
Okay,
hidden
good.
lyrics of the abstract
Now if it's
saga.
safe. Come on, please,
Well, I didn't
follow me
know.
in here. Really?
Truly
Cool.
a masterpiece of existential
When
confusion
walking around,
and fashion.
will you
11.
please consider for a tiny teeny moment as true that all people you encounter are simply the most accurate render pulled off from your mindset, your fears, desires, and so on. Example. How many ugly, hot people have you stepped by today? Then really, try to think about them like, no, wait, you wanna actually do this for real? Okay. Perfect. End of countdown. You'll open your eyes and on the first person you see, think about he or she's fully naked. Ready? 3, 5, 4, 2, now. Huh?
Wow, that sounds like the start of a thrilling adventure. Let's chase those tigers on the Honey Island and see where the journey takes us. What
are the plans? Did you water the plants?
From the bit depth of this track.
Scene 8. Gertrude is putting her makeup on, like alone, listening to a radio, indifferent. Snowy cold as always.
I want to come walking in the forest.
Would you chase Bliss tonight? I will be there. Will you be there too? Of course you will.
Why are you trying to warp this in?
Are you happy? Would you get to dinner in my Y tonight?
It is funny to be back here again.
Absolutely. When the journey takes us, it's going to be amazing. Let's make some plans and create unforgettable memories together. Ian.
I don't know. Because I can take another one.
The gentle rain whispered secrets to the leaves.
Never mind. I was just saying that at some point it felt right, like a pure adrenaline.
Do not quantize the beat repeater. Don't do that.
All these far-off looks colliding. Never, pony. Come closer. Let's play. Slide me your fingers. Press start.
Can't wait to deliver the full detailed report about that. Ice to Ice. Spoiler alert. Was the most super extra archie hot 1 minute.
Would you borrow me your brother tonight?
Encoded? Hacked?
Tigers don't get lost. That's a fact. You can't.
Please.
And I get to
you
dining in the
happy?
wild, but only after decoding that dream. Otherwise, I feel glitched out.
Me, warping things in. I'm just watering the plants. No recordings. Negative.
The atmosphere of my dreams. When I'm about to sleep, I can re-smell that dawn dew from that unique summer. Those morning riot views, like a 311
Pretty
BPM
drones
sings an
unfolding.
Feel like it's in my spine again. Flowing into this delta mode, not fully awake, still in here. It wasn't a unicorn pill. My neurons got somehow clitted in the aftersex.
Aim for nothing more than fun tonight. Chasing bliss by the nanosecond.
I'm hungry. Kitty paws. Marshmallow.
There are 14 picks to go.
Laisse une qui revient après, d'accord?
La 7.
La une.
Okay. Me? Warping things in? I'm just watering the plants.
Tigers don't
No
get
recordings negative.
The track looks like a conceptual piece in itself, but you know,
In scene 8, Gertrude is putting her makeup on, listening to a radio, like alone. Snowy cold as always.
Two separate LED screens walls project the video game in idle
Let's
mode,
take this
ready to receive a
next
start for
level.
players to spawn. Directional light in Unreal Engine
End of message.
is around noon, 11:11 summertime.
End of
Music is
message.
sounding on cue,
Track
2 feet
looks like
11.
a conceptual
Row 1
piece
puts the book
itself.
aside,
Sitting like
pulls her
this.
phone from her back pocket and sends a voice message. In between messages, she has a deep lost look to nowhere. Not looking at the phone, but like at horizon. Nothing poetic.
Gertrude is quoting the lyrics of the song their brother is working on. Gertrude, over down the last line with next one. Printed, GPT, brackets, dot, and the brackets. Go on. Kim feels like be cooking something weird, good, yummy. GPT, brackets, dot, and the brackets. Gertrude, option 1, please, don't be a lobster tonight. This one is really extra important. And this, spicy. GPT, brackets, dot, and the brackets. Scene 3. Him, I'll get to dine in the wine, but only after decoding the dream, otherwise I feel glitched out. GPT, brackets, dot, and the brackets. Him. Option 2, after jump off now, talk later. Gertrude. Option 1, this should have been cut from Unreal. Feels off. Option 2, follows the conversation with previous GPT answers to him. We record the female voice, getting a little bright. All these far-ups looks colliding, never party. Come closer, let's play. Slime your fingers, first start. Girl 1, never mind. I was just saying that at some point it felt right, like a pure Nirvana thing. Him, ellipsis, let's just put that on hold, and a parenthesis. I wonder why she mentioned she started feeling happy, like deep down inside my dreams. Girl 1, can't wait to deliver the full day report about that. Eyes to eyes, spoiler alert. It was the most super extra archy one hot minute. Perhaps it was around 3, who cares? Well, actually, super wish it will last forever, pinky swear. Scene 6. Then record the female voice. Will you re-trigger that again? To record the female voice again? Please. Scene 7. Girl 1. It was the moment behind the after or below the surface. Anyway, things are. Found myself melted in something like pure adrenaline. Couldn't breathe, didn't want to.
All these far-off looks colliding.
Scene 8. Him. The atmosphere of my dream? Yes, I know. I've been flirting all last party about that. Him. At some point it was crystal clear. There were 3 tigers. Yes, Snow White. Bliss chasing the hungry out of me. How sun could be my credence after that. Speed, not low parameter for modification. Really guys, just step into this game with me for a sec. Consider all people you've seen today. You there? Okay, perfect. So now, please close your eyes. Come on, please follow me on here this time. Ready? Cool. When walking around, would you please consider for a tiny teeny moment as true that all people you encounter are the most accurate render pulled off from your mindset, your fears, desires, and so on. Example, how many ugly hot people have you stepped by today? Then really, try to think about them like You really want to play this? Right, your trip. So, as fast as possible, end of countdown. You'll open your eyes and on the first person you see, think about him or she's fully naked. Ready? 3, 5, 4, 2, now.
Extra special gift. Cherry bloom. Please, you won't forget it. I'll be rendering a nasty dream for you, and you alone. Copyrighted.
When I'm just about to sleep, I can re-smell that dawn dew from that unique summer.
Did you water the plants?
Those morning riot dews, like at 3:11 BPM sinks in emptiness, feel like it's in my spine again. Flowing into this delta mode, not fully sleeping, still in here. It wasn't the unicorn peel. My news got somehow clitted in the after sex.
Feels funny to be back here again.
Would you chase Blaze tonight? Of course you will.
Option 2. The track looks like a conceptual piece in itself, but you know it.
At some point it was crystal clear. There were 3 tigers. Yes, Snow White. Bliss chasing the hungry out of me. No song could be microdowns. There was no allowed parameter for modification. No friction, believe it.
Warping since in, I'm just watering the plants. No recordings. Negative.
Hashtag never_pony. Let's take this to next level.
Pre-recorded female voice. Would you retrigger? Would you get to the name I want tonight? Pre-recorded female voice, please. Girl 1, the most luxurious moment. When was we cross-eyed to each other? Him. Anarchy and beauty, mix at midnight, stuck with no zeros. 3:14 ticks to go. Him. She'll be walking back like OSC shifted. Eliminate acceleration, we are good. Girl 2. Fruity dawns unfolding for each loop if curly brackets, print brackets, quotation mark, hello, space, world, end of quote, end of brackets, end of curly brackets, enter. Him, love when dressing this way, smells the way it will unfold tonight, cherry blooming city clean. Really guys, just step into this game with me for a sec. Consider all people you've seen today. Are you there? Good. Now please, close your eyes and follow me on here. Really? When walking around, will you please consider for a tiny teeny moment as true that all people you encounter are simply the most accurate render pulled off from your mindset, your fears, desires, and so on. Example, how many ugly hot people have you stepped by today? Then really, try to think about them like, no. Oh, alright, okay, I'll keep going. So, try to think about them. Alright, yes, as fast as possible. End of countdown. You'll open your eyes and on the first person you see, think about she or he is fully naked. Ready? 3, 5, 4, 2, now.
I'm hungry. Kitty paws. Ham, marshmallows.
From all the neon pixelation we drill into, everything will get blurred.
I'm hungry.
Overdub last line with the next one.
Love will drizzle this way. It smells the way it will unfold tonight.
Really trust me here.
Cherry blooming citrically. Moon and finger lines.
Far off looks colliding.
Uniquely outstanding. Ain't art from no other.
All these far off looks colliding. Never, pony. Come closer. Let's play. Slide me your fingers. Press start. Getting a little dry. All these far off looks colliding.
She was like a common line.
Never,
then it
pony.
Got cherry crushed
Come
like
closer.
animalism. For real,
Let's play.
she stepped into that crazy loop all night
Slide
long.
me your fingers.
For sure
Press
was some
start.
creepy candy. She's going off track with all her biodrama.
Scene 8. Gertrude is putting her makeup on, like alone, listening to radio. Snowy cold, as always.
Rules. The characters never communicate with each other, only sending messages through WhatsApp. Each message sends a prompt to ChatGPT. The response is synthesized by cloning the voices of the performers. That audio will play spontaneously. Any overlap will be part of the piece and is not considered an error. Only spoken in a neutral tone, always without emotions. However, the text is not neutral. Quite the reverse, it is loaded with poetry. Hence, without stepping into the world of acting, natural facial gestures are what they are. If someone smiles, they do it. There is no need to force any seriousness or anything alike. Never interacting with the audience. Each token within the video game corresponds to a subtle and mechanical action. Each character has their own set of actions. Each character reads their lines at their own pace, unless otherwise indicated. We try to prioritize a non-overlapping start, but it is not fundamental. Everything is running all the time, from beginning to end. Music on, video game in idle mode, ready to go. Notice, the descriptions of each scene and the position indications, as well as the actions, may or may not happen as described. The entire script is an object that accounts for the writing process from the start of the work. That's why there are entire crossed-out phrases. In Scene 9, it is used as reading material. The dislocation with the reality perceived in the moment of the live performance is part of the sought-after tension. Therefore, everything written below should not be interpreted literally. Situation. The night before there was a party. Everything happened. Tonight there will be another party where even more things will happen. Everything takes place during that time, in a non-linear way. The three of them are simply on the patio of a house with a pool. Scene 1. Outside in the garden. Inhabiting the room covered entirely with aluminum foil, walls and floor, we find three characters, Girl 1, Girl 2, and him, sitting together, half circle, around an imaginary pool. They are grouped together but indifferent to each other. All three give the impression to be in their own channel, abstracted from reality. White light all over the place, or just over the three characters? Girl 1 is sitting in the pink/yellow chair reading, him is laying on the floor, like thinking, head pointing to the sky, ceiling. Girl 2 hugging her knees, chin over the knees, eyes looking distant, abstract, like being nowhere. 4 gamepads lying on the floor, spread out, not far. There's a plexiglass side table between Girl 1 and him, with 3 unplugged DPA, and a mini MIDI keyboard plugged, and an unplugged tape recorder. The printed script, marked and fully noted, is laying on the floor too. Behind, not far, there's the PC station and a Mac under an umbrella beach with umbrella. All gear is up and running. In a opposite corner, a transparent igloo surrounded by some mists makers have some pillows inside and a LED light glowing violetly, 4 Hz cycle.
Tigers don't get lost.
On 2 separate LED screens, walls project a video game in idle mode, ready to receive a start for players to spawn. Directional light in Unreal Engine is around noon, 11:11 summertime. Music is sounding on cue 2 feet 11. Girl 1 puts the book aside, pulls her phone from her back pocket, and sends a voice message.
Did you water the plants?
Rules. The characters never communicate with each other, only sending messages.
All these far-off looks colliding. Never, pony. Come closer. Let's play. Slide me your fingers. Press start.
Would you re-trigger that again, please?
Moon and finger line, uniquely outstanding. Ain't eyes for no other.
Fruity drones unfolding. No pizza and not sugar.
The most luxurious moment was when we crossed eyes to each other.
Would you be a lobster tonight?
3:14 ticks to go.
She will be walking back like OSC shifted, like a liminal acceleration. We are good.
Tigers don't get lost. That's a fact. You can't fake anymore.
When I'm just about to sleep, I can smell that dawn dew from that unique summer. Those morning riot views, like at 311 BPM thinks in emptiness. It feels like in my spine again. Flowing into this delta mode, not fully sleeping, still in here. It wasn't the unicorn pill. My ears got somehow clitted in the aftersex.
Me? Warping things in? I'm just watering the plants. No recordings. Negative.
That was Scene 7, the so-called unicorn pill.
Scene 10. Girl 2, who was playing the video game, left the gamepad aside for a moment, goes to the PC station, arrange the mic to point to the speaker of the tape recorder, insert a cassette tape she just pull off and play it through the PA system. Immediately after she go back to playing if the gamepad is still available. If not, she sends the following message. Girl 2, I was making jet paper planes last night. Trust Buster.
Listening to the radio, indifferent, snowy cold as always. She was glowing last spring. Played me the
Two
second.
separate LED screens walls project the video game in idle mode, ready to receive a start for players to spawn. Directional light in Unreal Engine is around noon, 11:11.
That's that. Okay. See a mystery. Full thrill. At some point it was crystal clear. There were 3 tigers, yes, Snow White, and he's chasing the hungry out of me.
No song could be microdance after that. Spin. No loud variety for modification. No friction. Believe it. Build mode? Awake. High. No different was important. One up, perhaps. Yes. Totally a Charlie don't stop situation.
Players to spawn. Directional light. The Unreal Engine is around noon, 11:11 summertime, and the music is sounding on Q211. Row 1 puts the book aside. Pulls her phone from her back pocket and sends a voice message. In between messages, she has a deep lost look to nowhere. Not looking at the phone, but like at horizon. Nothing poetic.
I get to dine in the wine, but only after getting that dream, otherwise I feel glitched out. When I'm just about to sleep, I can smell the dawn dew in that unique summer. Those long riot views, like a 311 BPM sense feel like it's my Spider-Man flowing into you.
I'm hungry.
Now, when reason this way, smell the way it will unfold tonight. Cherry blooming sagely, room and fingerline. Uniquely outstanding. Ain't I for no others?
Getting a little dry. All these far-off looks colliding. White, please. Never pony. Getting a little dry.
From the bidet.
All these getting a little dry. Hashtag never underscore getting a little dry. Let's take this to next level. All these far-off looks colliding. Hashtag never underscore pony. Let's take this to next level. All these far-off looks colliding. White, please. Never pony. Getting a little dry.
From the bidet.
All these getting a little dry. Hashtag never underscore getting a little dry. Let's take this to next level. All these far-off looks colliding. Hashtag never underscore pony. Let's take this to next level. Let's play. Slide me your fingers. Press start.
Scene 8. Group 2 is putting her makeup on. Like alone, listening to the radio. Indifferent. Snowy cold, as always. Yes, she was glowing last time. By milliseconds, no joke. Like at foreheads all night long. Option 1. Why are you blinded like in black? As for your question, what else?
Rules. The characters never communicate with each other, only
Acceleration. Weird. Good. Anarchy. Mute. Makes a midnight. Stop with no zeros. Login beginning. 3, 17, 21, 11. Floating point 5.
When I'm feeling just about to sleep, in the after sex. Login, beginning, 3/17/21.